Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our Monday morning trading and training room. I trust everyone had an enjoyable week off. I know I did. Very, very busy. A lot of family around the holiday time. Okay, let's take a look here at what we missed last week, and you can see good reason for taking the week off. Actually, it looked like there were a few decent ranging days through here, but for the most part, the market really just pretty much in a sideways funk. Surprisingly, we got all the way back up here to the contract highs. That was a little bit of a surprise. I thought we were going to top out here and see the market head lower again, but we did make it all the way to the top here. So we essentially have a little bit of a sideways, potentially a very broad sideways trading range developing. So we'll see how things play out here. Notice that on these rally days that we've had, what the volume was doing. See down below, we have diminishing volume as the market heads higher. Okay, not quite sure what. Let's get rid of those. Okay. So a bit of a soft start here to the morning. For those of you new in the trading room here this morning, welcome. What you're looking at is the diversified trading system along with the Raptor. So here in the top left, I have the Hawk Scalper, top right, Falcon Swing Trader, bottom left, Eagle Trend Trader, bottom right is the Raptor. The market that I tend to focus on is the NASDAQ. But you know, if there are forex traders in the room, or if there's something you'd like me to pull up, if I can get it in my data feed, I will certainly show it to you. All right, for those of you who like your first in sync Eagle signal, well, there it is. Oh no, sorry, that was pre-market. We're still waiting on it. Right now, Trade Forecaster says we are in swing mode, moving into scalp mode before the end of opening range. I'm going to do my best to avoid doing anything stupid here this morning. Might allow the market a few minutes to settle in, see if we get anything resembling a trend. Excuse me, and then go from there. So looking at potentially a little bit of a pushback here off 7,800. Maybe get a hard edge bounce out of this. All right, well, if you want your first in-sync eagle signal, this is going to be it right here. You may consider entering below the lows. All right, let's take a look at doing this here. It's very early and it is a little bit, all right, there we go. It is a little bit risky, but I haven't done the first in-sync eagle signal for a while, usually because it kind of blows past me before I get started. There was a little bit of a hiccup lower. See if there's any follow through from that. Oh, come on. Got to get a little bit of selling going on here as we get closer to some of these more recent swing highs, these little mini swings. What I'm looking at now is, well, regardless of whether we break or turn, there we go. We got a couple bear bars in my favor, so I'm going to start to roll my stops in a little bit. And because this is the eagle and the brick size is a little bit larger, I will tend to be a little bit more aggressive with my stops. Okay, so we've made our swing target. And come on, give me just that little bit extra. No. Stops at break even now. Swing target still there if you want to grab it. Okay, I'm going to protect the swing target at this point, and hopefully they'll drift on down there and give me my eagle target. Oh, you stinkers. Let's snug this up just a little bit more. There, jam that. Okay, well, hooray for us. Nice little start to the day, and it does imply that the market may be a little bit more bearish today. Now, I've only done the one trade, but you know, I have also hit my, what I would consider my profit target on the day, on the one, $200 on the single trade. It would be very tempting to say, thank you very much, see you later. And we're only less than 10 minutes into the session. Isn't that nice? As prices continue to slip a little bit lower. getting a little bit of a pushback now, and that's to be anticipated. When the market hits our high probability profit target, especially here on the Eagle, it is not unusual to see the market react a little bit. Okay, a little bit of a bottom maybe forming here. We got a little bit of a double bottom. The Raptor signal that's going to produce here now will be a number 2 signal. Since we have had the test of the extreme, there's your counter trend signal. Not quite sure how aggressive I would want to be on this trade just yet. But a pullback certainly would not be out of the question. This is the kind of situation, though, when you think you have a trend in play. Remember, excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat here this morning. When the market is trending, it is not unusual to see the market drift sideways or even chop back and forth for a little while before resuming the trend. In this type of situation, you could place a just-in-case order to sell just below the most recent lows. Now, don't stick it right on the low, because the market very often has a tendency to retest support or resistance areas without making a real breakout. That's kind of what's going on here, where we're alternating bars. So you at least have your just-in-case order ready in case the trend resumes. And while counter trend trades are always so tempting, they're probably best avoided. All right, now for those of you who are more aggressive traders, chomping at the bit traders, you can see that we have a little bit of a sideways range going on now, and you could place a buy order above here. The idea being, if the trend does not continue lower, oh, all right, there we go. Well, the trend's continuing lower, so let's get a couple. First thing we need is our stop loss order. So let's get our stop loss order in play. And we got filled at 78.75. So let's see if we can't get our 5 points out of this. 73.75. There we go. And hopefully this will not be a little one tick trend kind of thing. I'm not really happy. There was a little bit of slippage going on there. Probably got slipped by a tick or two. Makes me wonder if we still have decent volume in the market here this morning. You can see the Raptor did produce a number 3 signal back here off the hard edge. And I suppose that would have been a decent signal to take. You certainly would be in a position now you could get the trade to break even. Bollinger's suite is in sync, so I'm hopeful. There we go. Let's get another push here below 77.78, and we should be off to the races. This strategy, this continuation strategy, normally works providing you can keep your exit order far enough away. The danger is that you get stuck in this sideways trading range before the market is ready to head lower, because what it's doing at this point is it's testing. It's testing the bottom end, testing the top end, and it will continue to do so until either the buyers or the sellers or President Trump tweets something. All right, here we go. This signal, by the way, would be a little bit more reliable, a move below this current signal, because what we've just seen is another, you could consider the move that I got filled on here, the breakout. This now is the retest. So if the market heads lower on this signal, then there'll probably be a little bit more follow through. And if we can get below 77.78, I will definitely start bringing my stops up more aggressively. That first hard edge should cause a little bit of a reaction. I hope. Oh, look at that. Darn it. Didn't want to see a number 2 signal produce. Kind of have our 232 reversal. All right, come on, sellers. You got to do it now, or we're going to pull the pin on the trade. Give me another bearish bar. I'm going to start to roll my stops. All right, so I'll bring my stops up a little bit. Last chance for the sellers now off of this hard edge. Come on, you can do it. All right, there's that number 3 signal. Get below there. Come on, you stinkers. Really liking this whole 77.80 zone. Nope, they're not going to go, are they? They keep pushing back off 77.80. 1, 2, well, actually back here too, but more recently, 1, 2, 3 times. That's not good. Come on, sellers. As long as we're alternating bars, we're okay, but I guess we are in scalp mode now, are we? Yes, we are. Ooh, for the remainder of the morning session. Oh, by the way, folks, before I forget, this week I'm going to have to cut the trading room off at the bottom of the hour. I'm sorry. I've got some commitments that I've committed to. I know, sounds ominous, doesn't it? And no, it's not golfing, as much as I would enjoy to be on the golf course this morning. All right, here we go. There we go. Last chance. Get through there now. So we'll snuggle up the, well, we could snuggle up the stops. It's only like another $20. I'll leave the stops where they are. And come on, get below 77, 78 already. You guys, this is painful. I thought we were going to see a little bit of a break there. I could get the trade down to break even. Nope, not yet. Well, we're getting a little too much waffling going on here. Does not fill me with loads of confidence. Well, here we are, watching and waiting. All right, yet another stab at the 78 zone, another unsuccessful stab. Nuts. Here we go. They're going to test the top end. So it looks like the bottom end's going to hold. They're going to try to tag me out here. Better stop would be actually above this swing right there. So this would be swing one. This would be swing two. I don't think I'm prepared to give them that much room. You're going to tag me out. Go ahead, tag me out. Nope. You're going to tap me here. Stinkers. Well, you know, you could entertain buying a breakout of the top end, but it does appear to me as though right now anyway, the trend is down. The overall trend, of course. My suggestion for having a just in case order in play was probably premature, as the sideways trading range had not developed yet. Now that it has developed, you have a better idea where to place your sell order. I know I could probably ride out the trend or the pullback if I really pulled my stops back, but I do not want to do that. Yeah, there we go. Not a big surprise. So like I said, I was a little bit quick with my just in case order. Better to wait for sideways market to actually develop. And now at this point, you can consider shorting below these lows. Well, that was unfortunate. All right, well, we'll leave that alone here for now. We're back in the hard edge. We should get a little bit of a pushback from that hard edge now. You can see the hawk already bullish. Oh, as is the Falcon as well. The Falcon producing a trend change signal, same time the Raptor was giving us that number 2 counter trend signal. Well, are the buyers going to make a stand here? All right, a little bit of a bullish pushback there. Well, here we are kind of flip-flopping a little bit, kind of playing the waiting game. Well, we're testing the top end a little. So what we're looking at now, if this was our sideways trading range, and it was like this, we're getting a little bit of a breakout. So we're looking for the breakout, the retest, and the potential of the market to head higher. Now, this is a little bit of a judgment call, depending how aggressive you want to be on this. You could interpret this signal that's forming as an early number one signal, and you could look to buy the market on a move above these highs, essentially buying up the next signal. Now, like I said, that is a little bit more of an aggressive posture, but it is doable. The Bollinger is already very bullish at this stage. Maybe we'll just leave it alone for a little longer. You can see the Falcon also producing warning dots. If we get just another little pushback here. Oh, no, they're not going to do it. Stinkers. Okay, they're going to make me bite. Where's that number one signal? Okay, I'm going to anticipate that this bar is actually going to head lower, and the next signal that prints will be the early number one signal. Right now, we've only had warning dots. We haven't actually had a signal print, so I'm being maybe a little bit more aggressive here than I should. Yes, I am. All right, there we go. We've got the early number 1 signal. Let's see if we get a little follow through on that. Okay, the buyer's attempting a bit of a play. There we go. We're 3/4 of the, or we tapped 3/4 of the way to the profit objective. Got my stops to break even, and we'll snuggle that up just a bit. Help pay for the extra commissions in case I get tagged. All right. Well, not bad. So you can see we had the 232 signal down here. Actually worked out quite well on the reverse. Had I not been quite so anxious with my counter trend attempt, I would be in much better position right now, but oh well, that's trading. Use pays your nickels and use takes your chances. But I'm still in the black. And now we are in wait mode again. Okay, now we have a definite breakout of the trading range that was established this morning. So now we're going to anticipate a pullback, aren't we? We're going to anticipate a pullback and a retest. Once we have that, we'll know where we can place our order to buy. The pullback will also probably initiate that original number one signal. And perhaps even come back with a number three signal. But what I'm more interested in is if I can get a couple of bearish bars, then I've really got the market in a little bit of a bind, don't I? I will know where I can buy it higher, and I will know where I can sell it lower, at least the extreme points, and then I can adjust those as necessary. See if we can sneak in one more decent trade here before I gotta close up the room. Okay, there's that number one signal now on the Raptor. But somewhere through here, there's got to be a little bit of a pullback. There's going to be a retest of the breakout. So while it seems the market is poised to head higher, I don't want to be buying right at the extreme. I want to know that where that actual high is so I can place an effective stop loss order. I don't want to bracket the whole range from up here to down here. That, we're pushing like 15 points. That's a little bit out of reach for me. Okay, so now we can see the limit. We can see the top end of the market. We're coming back now. We're going to do a retest, probably bounce somewhere off of this 77.90 zone that was so problematic before. So if you wanted, you could put your just in case order to buy up here. The market is at a little bit of a crossroads, I have to say. We had a very aggressive move higher, but of course you can't ignore the aggressive move lower out of the open. We've at least recovered half of the opening move. So now it becomes a question of who is in control. Is this market really more bullish or more bearish? Okay, we're probably going to run out of time here this morning, but what I would be anticipating is, now that we're back into the hard edge, is the buyers to respond. And if they don't respond, then the sellers are very likely to take this market back. In fact, given the very strong move out of the open, I would probably be giving the nod to the sellers overall. Okay, well, we're slipping back. Somewhere through here, the buyers have got to come back. This is where you kind of get that whole 50% level thing going on with your Fibonacci lines. Is that the buyers will tend to recover. They're going to try to defend their buying, and likewise the sellers will try to defend their selling. Okay, the next buy signal is probably going to be worth attempting if we get one. We've slipped back here now. We're retesting the breakout high, which falls pretty much on our secondary support zone. All right, folks, I'm afraid we're out of time here this morning, and I do have to button up the room, but it looks like, as I mentioned, we do have the market pinched at this stage, and you could just leave this bracket in play and let the market decide one way or the other, whether it's going to continue higher or whether it's going to continue lower. I do believe we are still in scalp mode. Yes, we are. And emerging from that, shortly going into swing mode. You'll see once the trade forecaster converts how much longer it will actually stay in swing mode. I suspect it may actually end up going back to scalp mode afterwards. All right, I will see you again tomorrow. Have yourselves a great day. Be careful out there. Talk to you soon.